Okay, awesome. This is crazy to be on here because I've been wanting to do this for so long and I've been holding myself back from it for a couple of reasons, which we'll discuss. Um, yeah, but I got the drive to sort of do it after watching a TikTok video. Uh, yeah, I'll tell you guys what that was about. And then, yeah, so I've been researching like how do I end up coming out? How do I end up doing this? What's the best way? How's everybody feeling about um, you know how they want to express themselves digitally? And it seems like we're all like super nervous and scared, which is so funny. I think we don't realize how much of us are going through the same things, or having similar emotions regarding certain things. So it's really interesting. It makes me think of I've seen it a lot in TikTok comment sections where people are like, oh, we're actually living the same lives, so yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I decided to just start filming my first YouTube video. Just do it like this, no setup, my dog barking, like not the ideal anything, but just to get it started as a way to not sort of find a reason, or rather to not keep finding reasons why I should wait for a better time. So here we are. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I finally started, but also realizing that other people are going through these same, let's not even call it setbacks, because a setback, at least you're intending to start, but let's call it reasons you hold yourself back from actually starting. Okay, so the first one is perfect timing. I love it, with my dogs barking and neighbors' dogs barking. It's the perfect time to do it. So number one is the perfect time. I think this is an excuse that we always use, right? We're waiting for the right time, waiting for the right microphone, waiting for the right camera, for the right environment to, finally start doing this. And for some reason it never comes, because I mean, the amount of time I've been consuming content and being like, man, I know I want to do that. Oh man, I know I can do that. I'm gonna do that. And never do that, it's so long. And so just realizing that there is no perfect time. You just have to make time, start and do it. Post the first video and be okay with it being not that great. Be okay with the sound sucking, the lighting sucking, with my dogs barking. Being okay with, oh, there they go again. You see, like, being okay with that, realizing that, or rather giving yourself the opportunity to get better. Because we compare ourselves to people that are already are established, that have already done so much, have executed on so much already, but you haven't started, so give yourself the opportunity to suck. Because when you suck, I said that's so funny, when you suck, you are able to learn more about the craft, but more about yourself also. You're able to also innovate. I think the box of instant perfection is you don't give yourself an opportunity to learn about yourself, what you're doing, and your ideal way to do it that makes you happy and fulfills you, and to attract people that are interested to hear what you have to say in an incredibly authentic way. Not like, oh, this person's a copy paste of. And there is only one you. There is only one you. There are no original ideas out here. As the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun. So what is different is you. You're the different perspective. So it's just what people want to hear is how you compile it, is how you say it, is how you interpret it. You know, there isn't one model of car, there isn't one clothing brand, there isn't, there's multiple variations of these things. Even in nature, we see that it's all about perspective. And so I implore you to start. Oh, number 2, the juicy one, the fear of failure. Ish. I mean, how do you start this one? I think this one goes, it kind of leads into number 3, into the final point, but it's, at the end of it, at the beginning, you really don't actually want to fail, and that's why you create the reasons for wanting a perfect setting, a perfect mic, a perfect video. You don't want it, you don't want to suck, but give yourself that freedom to fail. I trade Forex, and when you trade Forex, they say losses are lessons. I think that translates even to self-help, to the self-help dynamic also. But it's that you shouldn't be afraid to fail, because that's where you learn the most. And most of our failures are sitting on top of what other people are going to think, right? And I didn't want to go there yet because that's our number 3 topic. But it's not, besides people that are being highly critical of themselves, because there are people that are just born that way, but a level of that is being put on by society, by people, by your family, your friends, school, religion, and so it's giving yourself the room, the freedom to discover, being like a child, and that you give yourself the chance to learn something new. Because if you're afraid to fail, how many new things do you experience? How many new things do you try? Who do we actually get to reach our potential if we're afraid to fear? If we're afraid to fail, do you give yourself the opportunity to be the fullest version, the best version of yourself, if you hold yourself back from even trying? Yeah. I like that one. That's good. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is worrying about what other people are gonna say. I think it's the number 1 reason for most of the procrastination that comes along with someone wanting to come out, show out, and be like, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is what I care about, blah blah blah, or this is my art piece. Look, mom, this is the drawing we made at school. Like that. It's this worry that over time we've become critical of ourselves because others have been critical of us. And so, getting over that societal aspect is, I think, one of the most difficult parts of us being able to take the chance. Besides the reasons that I've stated, which are sort of top level reasons, but one of the fundamental ones is the worry about what other people are going to say. And there's something called the spotlight effect. Yep, my dog agrees. He really agrees. Okay, so the spotlight effect is this idea that we think that we're playing a leading role in everyone else's life, when the truth is we're actually playing supporting roles. The only leading role you're playing is in your own life. No one is really that interested in you and in what you're doing. You know, who you are is not all consuming for other people. And so because we think about ourselves as the main player, which we are of our own stories, we think other people view us that way, and that's not the case. So what you'll find is that people don't actually care, especially in the beginning, when you're starting to create, when you're starting to put stuff out, when you're starting to be yourself. People don't really care, and or people don't care long enough for you to let it impact who you're dreaming about becoming. It make news for a week, for a month, and then after that, rinsed you. And that's what people are concerned about again. So yeah, I think our society is definitely built, or the order is kept by creating a sort of order, and there are benefits and disadvantages to that order. We call it the matrix, or some call it the matrix. And yeah, I suppose one of the disadvantages of the matrix is that it keeps us all at the same level, the majority of us running and functioning at one sort of level, suppressing ourselves and ultimately suppressing others. In an environment like that, you don't need policemen, you don't need law enforcement going into every house, because we autocorrect each other. We are the police for each other. We say, you don't get to be yourself. Shush. Don't stand on there. Don't say that. So what we've done is we have become the things that we're ultimately wanting to fight against, if you're intending on realizing and fulfilling your ultimate potential. And so yeah, it is a bit of a scary world for the people that choose to go against the status quo in that sense. But I think the important part is about taking a chance on yourself, realizing that most people are reacting the way they are to you from an automatic response, but also because you're putting a mirror up to them to say, and you, who are you, or what are you interested in, what are you standing up for? Yeah. And so yeah, I think equally then saying, I'm about to show up and show out for myself, not only for myself but for the people I care about, to be able to show them that it's possible, and sometimes even if your peers or those older than you still don't get it, it's for the next generation, so that they can look back and say, sheesh, this person really pushed against the odds, this person really expressed themselves, this person, despite what is going on in their life, really sort of took a chance on themselves, and this encourages me to take the step that I feel like I need to take in order to get to the next level, in order to be happy, whatever that translates to for you in your life. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Encouraging everybody to go out there, take a chance on themselves. We'll get better at this YouTube thing, this thing of posting videos of yourself on the internet. Crazy. Missing the days when I could just press like, or just make a comment and then go back and lay on the couch and stuff my face, the good old days. Give yourself that opportunity. I think live life with no regrets, while being able to be kind to yourself and to other people. Yeah, live live life to the fullest. Wishing you guys all the best. Thanks for watching.